to another episode of Starfish Online. I hope you're all doing well. This week I've been working on my teleportation skills. Cool! Time to go home. There we go. Yes, I hope that you're having a good week. I hope you've been enjoying the sunshine in whatever way that you're able to at the moment. And today we've got another craft you could be doing to pass the time, as well as some songs that you can sing along to. But first, I need your help. As you can probably tell, my hair is getting a little bit long, and I don't live with anyone that can give me a haircut, and I certainly can't cut my own hair. And I'm not used to having long hair. I've never had it before. If any of you guys have any tips for how to manage with long hair, that would be great. I even bought a hairband on Amazon. Well, without further ado, let's get a little bit crafty. Hello, I hope it's not too bright for you. For today's craft, we're going to be making Joseph with his Technicolor Dreamcoat and also his prison cell. Now, you might know the story of Joseph. There is a play about Joseph. There's also some films about Joseph. But our Illuminate video tomorrow is going to be looking at the story as it's told in the Bible. So if you'd like to know more, you could tune in then. To make this craft, you're going to need a few things. You will need some scissors, some glue, some tape. You might need a pen. You will need some paper. And you will need to print out a template, which you can find in the description below. You'll find a link there that will take you to somewhere you can print that. Once you've got your template, you can cut it out. You will have 3 bits to your template. You will have Joseph, his coat, and his prison cell. You could stick it onto a bit of cardboard like the back of a cereal box before you cut it out, and that will just make it a little bit sturdier, or you could print it onto card if you've got the ability to do that at home. And you will also need to cut out 3 or 4 strips of paper or card or whatever you're making it on, which you should be able to do from the scraps that are left over once you've cut out the rest. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to colour in Joseph. Some fairly plain colours for Joseph and his underclothes here, because we're going to want to make his coat look really fancy when we get to that. Next, we're going to decorate the coat, and this is where you guys can get really creative. I'm going to decorate mine with highlighters just to make it look a little bit fluorescent and fancy, but you could do anything you want. You could glue on bits of ribbon, bits of tissue paper, pom-poms, sparkles. You could get tin foil and cut out the same shape out of tin foil and draw on the tin foil with Sharpies. It's really up to you. Joseph had a really fancy coat that his brothers were jealous of, and that's why we need to make this coat look really fancy. love drawing, colouring with highlighters because they come out really bright, and I really like that. And I love making patterns as well, which is why I've decided to do mine with highlighters. But you could do it in lots of different ways, and it would be really cool if you send us what you've done, so we can see all the different creative ways people have come up with to make Joseph's coat look really fancy and cool, and that way we could start to picture maybe why his brothers were jealous of it. Okay, so there is my coat, and here is my Joseph. What we can do is we can line it up, and here we've left these flaps on the side here, so when they fold over, Joseph will more or less wear his coat when you've got it positioned rightly. And if you want to tape those in place, then you can as well with some sellotape. And finally, you're going to take your prison door and your extra strips that you cut out, and you're going to stick them on the back like that, so they look like bars from a prison. And there you have your prison door with the bars in front. And there you have it, Joseph with his fancy robe and a prison door for him to go behind. So you can even put him in prison, and he looks out there, oh no, I'm in prison, help me, I'm in prison. Do let us see your crafts and what you come up with. I'm really looking forward to see all the different ways we can make Joseph's robe look really fancy. If you want to find out the story of Joseph and his fancy robe and how he ends up in prison, you can tune into Illuminate tomorrow, where we'll be looking at that. But for now, I'm going to hand you back over to myself. Last week, you guys were making some colourful elephants, and we've got a few that were sent in so that we can take a look at them. First up is this elephant by Addy, and you can see that he's grabbed a bunch of bananas for his lunch. I happen to know that elephants love eating bananas, and it's really funny to watch them eat it, because whereas we might eat a banana in 4 or 5 bites, an elephant will just swallow the whole thing whole, the skin on and everything. And these ones are by Chloe and Iris. I love the googly eyes, and I love the colours, and I love how at home they look in the wild grasslands of their back garden. And these ones here are by Seb and Jude. The colours on their elephants are even rivaling the colours of the flowers that you can see in the background. And finally, these are by Bella and Charlie, and they've been really careful to stick on their coloured bits of tissue paper really neatly, so that their elephants are patterned really well and coloured nicely. It's really great to see what you guys are making in your houses, so thank you to all of those who have sent photos so far. If you are making something that you've seen in one of our videos or something else, do let us see. We'd love to see them, and we'd love to put them in our showcase videos as well, so that other people can see them too. Now I think it's time for a sing-song. The first song we're going to sing is about little fish. And so I need you guys to make little fishies with your hands, and you can make them swim like this. Ooh. And we're going to sing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bite? This little finger on my right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bite? This little finger on my right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. Why did you let it go? 'Cause it bit my finger so. Which finger finger did it bite? This little finger on my right. For the next song, you're going to need to get your twinkly stars ready. So you can do this, twinkle, twinkle. If you want, you can lie down on your back and look up at the sky and pretend your stars are twinkling away in the sky like they do. And I think you know what song is coming. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. We're going to sing again, but we're going to whisper it this time, so nice and quietly. Nice whispering, very nice whispering indeed. But those stars are an awful long way away, you know, and I don't think they're going to hear us if we're whispering to them. I think we might need to be shouting. Oh no! Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Sorry, neighbours. And now it's time for sleeping bunnies. And all the bunnies are very tired at the moment because they've been delivering chocolate eggs all around the country, hiding them in gardens and in houses so that children can find it. But now that Easter is over, it's time for them to have a break. So they're all going to go for a snooze. So if you want to get ready to have a little snooze, but also, maybe before we do that, just bend those knees. Bend those knees a little bit, wiggle your legs. Because we're going to need to be hopping a bit later on as well. See the little bunnies sleeping till it's noon. Shall we wake them with a merry tune? Oh, so still. Are they ill? Wake up soon. Wake up, little bunnies. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop. See the little bunnies sleeping till it's noon. Shall we wake them with a merry tune? Oh, so still. Are they ill? Wake up soon. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop. Do it one last time. See the little bunnies sleeping till it's noon. Shall we wake them with a merry tune? Oh, so still. Are they ill? Wake up soon. Let's see how high you can jump. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop. Thank you for joining us again this week for Starfish Online. I hope you've had a good time. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed making the craft and singing the songs. We will have more next week. And again, if you want to find out more about the story of Joseph, then tomorrow night we are premiering our Illuminate video, and we will be telling the story then. It will stay up after 6 p.m. if that's too late for you guys to watch it, so you can watch it on Saturday or Sunday if you would like as well. I'm going to leave it there for this week and say goodbye. I hope you guys are staying safe. Do let us see your crafts. Do keep in touch with us. And I'm going to leave you with one final thing. You might remember a few weeks back we made up our own nursery rhyme, 10 toilet rolls on the shelf. Well, someone sent in a music video that they had made in their back garden this week, and I thought I'd share it with all of you guys too. So I will say goodbye, and I will leave you with Eva and Barney and Ellie, and also Luna and Eleanor. See you next time. And now we're going to learn a new song that I've just written, and it goes like this. 10 toilet rolls on the shelf, 10 toilet rolls on the shelf. A little happy shopper comes to buy a toilet roll. He only needs one, so he only takes one. And now there's 9 toilet rolls on the shelf, 9 toilet rolls on the shelf. A little happy shopper comes to buy a toilet roll. She only needs one, so she only takes one. And now there's 8 toilet rolls on the shelf, 8 toilet rolls on the shelf. A little happy shopper comes to buy a toilet roll. He only needs one, so he only takes one. And now there's 7 toilet rolls on the shelf, 7 toilet rolls on the shelf. A little happy shopper comes to buy the toilet roll. She only needs one, so she only takes one. And now there's 6 toilet rolls on the shelf, 6 toilet rolls on the shelf. A little happy shopper comes to buy some toilet roll. He only needs one, so he only takes one. And now there's 5 toilet rolls on the shelf, 5 toilet rolls on the shelf. A little nasty shopper comes to take some toilet roll. He only needs one, but he decides to take everything that's left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How greedy! And now there's no toilet rolls on the shelf. How will I wipe my own bum?